Yeah, it's a very fancy term, to be very honest. Everyone talks about it, but when it's actually about hitting the same analogy on the floor, often it
Yeah,
is not being either called it out explicitly or
yeah,
just simply bypassed, to be very
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
But let me shed some thoughts over it. By data-driven culture, I truly want to just emphasize that let's start with the product roadmap. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When the PM is driving the product roadmap, the data-driven culture really means that the PM itself is not just rolling out the roadmap. When the PM is rolling out the roadmap, he or she is equally empowering or involving the different teams,
Mm-hmm.
including the analytics team in the roadmap, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a PRD being written,
Mm-hmm.
project requirement document. Along with that, if ARD is there,
Mm-hmm.
that's a cherry on the cake, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
now you have an analytical requirement document where
Mm-hmm.
whatever product interventions that you'll be needing, you have thought through enough in terms of, hey, what will be the data that will be flowing in the data
Yeah,
pipelines?
yeah, yeah,
What will be the event instrumentation will be coming into the scene?
yeah,
Who will be the analytic resource who will be taking care of that, right?
yeah, yeah,
Even, so the inception should start from there,
yeah,
and then comes the prioritization, right?
yeah,
Oftentimes, PM have the prioritization with the engineering team, the
yeah,
design team,
yeah,
the relevant team. But when the brutal prioritization is happening on the analytics front,
yeah,
that's where what heading towards the data-driven decision culture, right?
yeah, yeah,
Uh, uh, let's replicate the same analogy towards acquisition, activation, and retention, right?
yeah, yeah,
A PM writing the roadmap, and ARD coming into the scene. As soon as the prioritization is happening, the analytics folks are also equally involved in terms of the sprint planning, what exactly is the kind of data, what are the L1, L2, L3 kind of deep dives that are gonna happen in terms of
yeah, yeah,
prioritization,
yeah,
and the continuous involvement of the analytics team while the roadmap is being carried out, right?
yeah,
What I
yeah,
really mean by that is in terms of a feature launch has happened, there's a
mm,
call out.
mm-hmm.
Analytics team also should be able to highlight their side of stories to the larger forum, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, in terms of, hey, this is the kind of results that we are seeing. It's making sense, not
yeah,
making sense,
yeah,
or someone is just going gaba about because just because he or she has built that feature. That's where truly the data-driven culture sits in. And the last side of things, typically organizations always feel analytics team is just a support function.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
no story now.
yeah,
Analytics team is becoming the A team, to be very honest,
yeah,
where it's not about just support, but rather empowering function,
mm, mm,
right? What I meant by that is analytics team is empowering the stakeholders to fetch the data themselves.
yeah,
They are able to provide the right kind of automation, the right kind of self-serve queries where the stakeholders can just fetch the data themselves, create the insights, build the intuitive dashboards, and just able to leverage that data and present it to the larger forum, right?
yeah, yeah,
That's the real miracle of what a data-driven culture really stands out in any organization.
yeah, yeah. No, makes sense. Like 2 points, right? Which is being involved right from the start, from the strategic part, which is roadmap, right? And making ARD as a part of the process. And then the other one is platformitization of data, right? Like, uh, building those platform, building those toolings so that pretty much everyone at least can make the job, reduce the inertia of accessing data, looking at it, right?